Welcome to my world. Without editing this video, it is long. At this point, it is 82 minutes. So I'm going to see if I can cut some of this video back. Now, first things first, I want you to see that I'm going to be using the neon colors from Eye Candy. That's what I'm doing, is going through them, trying to make that decision. I think I can probably fast forward through this. It looks like I've picked out my colors. This is what I'm going to go with. Now, in a previous video, I showed how I made the rabbit inlays. I could have made them a little bit thinner, but I'm at this point, I'm okay with what I did. It's going to make the back thin until I put that back coating on there. I decided to go ahead and Micah the rabbits, and we can kind of fast forward from here. We're moving on to the second color. We're going to partially mica around these rabbits in 2 or 3. I cannot exactly remember at this point, but I'm really trying to cut this video back. 2 or 3 different colors, but you can watch what I'm doing. I really wanted some bright neon Easter colors. So here we are. We are going to take these, they're tiny little paper flowers. They're used in all kinds of crafting. They work well in resin. They do absorb. They don't separate. I've had no problems with fading whatsoever with these tiny little flowers. So we're going to dump a generous amount in there, and then we're going to go ahead and add our resin to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spread these flowers in a layer around the edge of this mold. Here I am slowly adding the resin around the rabbit inlays. I just want to do it easy. I'm watching. I don't want to have very much go up underneath those rabbits. Those rabbit inlays that I made are flat, and I pressed them down. I made sure I cleaned them first with alcohol, cleaned the mold with alcohol, and then I pressed those rabbit inlays down. I just wanted to make sure that they had a good seal to that surface. Now, most of the time you're going to get a little bit of overage, and that does happen because nothing is absolute with resin, but it wasn't much. It wasn't much at all. Alcohol Spritz 99 isopropyl is my go-to. Helps with bubbles and evaporates quick. Here we are. That is cured. I have completely filled the back of that mold with the clear. Now I'm going to unmold it, and then I want to remove the inlays. I was feeling how thin that one layer was on the back, just real quick, and I hate I've removed all the crazy audio. Kind of the nail tapping adds to the drama. But I just removed everything. I want to be able to get this video out as fast as possible tomorrow. But what I'm doing here is I am checking out the inlays, and I want to get those removed. There is some overage. I will use my pliers to remove that. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. Just doing some cleanup. This tray is very Eastery. I am starting with putting a back coat of Let's Resin. UV resin on the back. I want to just put a skim coat on the back to keep that thin layer from messing up as I pour on the top. You will see me doing the UV and working on the additional resin layers. I used magic resin 1-to-1 for this project, other than using the Let's Resin brand hard type UV resin. Every step was so much fun and exciting to see the results. These are the free gloves sent with magic resin, large but will work for this. Filling in the rabbits. A little more trimming up. As you can see, there are a lot of steps I took to make sure that this tray turned out perfect. That's why I really did not want to delete, remove, or anything like that. Now, that rabbit over there, we UV resined in some of those flowers into the bottom. We're going to have accessories with this tray, and you will see those come along. I'm not going to delete, just going to fast forward, guys. Working on add-on pieces. UV resin used in base of add-on pieces. In case you missed it, I use my black acrylic ink crafters from Michael's. I think it's the brand of it, but it's a black acrylic ink pen for the eyes. All right, here we are. We're going to go ahead and look at some things that I made. First things first is going to be the heart add-on. Now you're going to see I'm not going to stop with this smaller heart. We will insert it in to make an additional heart. And it is matching the border. It has the flowers in it. Now let's look at the rabbit. And again, I'm just letting you know that the rabbit is supposed to match that border with the flowers. I love those molds. They're so basic, but they're just fun. Aw, it's just really, really cute. Now, if you'll remember, the base of the flowers in the heart and in the rabbit was just applied with UV resin. It is going to need another coat of UV resin on that rabbit, and I'm setting the heart aside. So that is what we're going to do right now. And here I'm using the black marker. The UV resin usually will self-level, but I like to use one of these tools just to make sure I get it to the edge and where I want it. I want to make sure that it is a nice generous coat. Now with the UV resin, it's a hard type, and I always add extra UV time. If I'm in an area where I can set it in a window for direct sunlight, that works extremely well. Unfortunately, right now, it's in this video, there's cold temperatures outside, so even close to the windows with the sunlight, it's kind of chilly at those points. So I'll just use a UV light. Just trying to make sure I get it all to the edges, and you will see me pull out my tiny torch. What I want to do is just remove those bubbles so that I can get it under that light. Just a light wave. That's a very tiny torch on a very low. You did not even see the flame. All right, just have fun and watch. Here, I'm just giving you a glimpse as to how cool that neon looks underneath that UV light. Tape is my bestie. Here I am going to take the larger heart and do some additions to the front of that larger heart, and then place the smaller heart inside of it. I put regular resin down in there, and I'm just really watching the bubbles, and then I'm going to add the flowers, and you'll see the steps from here on out. Wow, guys, just look at that pink. So what you saw was the clear resin went down in the face of that heart with the paper flowers put down in there. And then I'm going around the edge. I don't want to flood down into that clear with that pink. So that's why you saw me dropping it around the edges and then placing it on just the back of the heart that is floating there. Here we are mixing up the resin for the final coat on the top of this tray. It's mixed up and I'm letting it sit just a little bit. I decided that I'm going to add some of the unicorn art crushed crystal to it. I just want to give it a little pop, not a lot. Tape is my bestie. Filled up the little extra heart with extra resin. I still had some extra resin, so I went ahead and used my paint pen, did the little eyes and nose. I used that blower that's an ink mover. I just did that to dry the eyes pretty quick. I am using this awesome purple to make this little extra add-on rabbit. There are some cute extra little add-ons to this tray, and I love add-ons. Hey! So this is absolutely adorable. I just love it. It goes with the tray. Okay. And then this heart I added to it. Let's unmold it and see. And wow, I'm loving that too. It'll go with the tray. And I did this purple bunny rabbit because I had the extra resin. And let's see what we have. Oh, he is beautiful. He can go with the tray too if it's necessary. And then I poured this extra hard here Let's see what this looks like. That's pretty. So anyhow, yeah, look guys. I'm loving this tray. Love, love, love this tray. Look at this tray. Is that not screaming Easter? Now it can be propped on a plate stand, or it can be laid down. A couple of bunny rabbits go with it. This heart definitely goes, and this heart can too. I'm loving this. Like, love, love, love. What do you think? Wow. Love it.